So the energy and information flow that is being driven through this boy, the student's brain, if you want to just go brain now on us, is a very different sort. He's got to pick up nonverbal signals from that baby. There are 7 nonverbal signals that we know about. Eye contact, facial expression, I'm going to have you repeat after me soon, tone of voice, posture, gestures, timing, intensity. So let's do that together. You ready? Because these are good to memorize because they're often left out of school. So let's do this together. You ready? You point to your eyes, you say eye contact. You circle your face, you say facial expression. Point to your voice box, you say tone of voice. Point to your posture and say posture. Gesture and say gesture. Point to where your wristwatch is or what might be and say timing. And then make some fists and say intensity. Now you do it. You ready? Yeah, give yourself a hand. That's great. Those are often not the overt curriculum, but in Roots of Empathy, they are the starting place. Picking up nonverbal signals is essential to know what the inner subjective experience is of self or other. To know the inner life of self or other requires these nonverbal signals. And if you were a Martian dropping in to Earth, you'd say, wow, they really either pay attention to Roots of Empathy to nonverbal signals, or wow, here's a classroom without Roots of Empathy. They're not paying any attention to those things, right? Because they're processed in very different areas of the brain, actually. And we're not going to worry about which areas right at this moment, but just say that people who have parents who tune in, so I'm an attachment researcher, this is what we study, children who have parents like Jude here, whose mom is tuned into those nonverbal signals, have kids who develop a very different set of outcomes. And I'll have you consider, they become resilient. These nonverbal signals are the essence of how a baby communicates in the first year of life before linguistic symbols come in.